Hey everyone, Vince Lewis with Partners here. I don't think there's anyone out there that has not been impacted by either having friends or loved ones with significant diseases such as cancer. From a personal perspective, I know of a couple of people who are fighting that fight right now. I talk about this because of all the advances in technology and alternative therapies that are out there for cancer and other diseases. One of those advances that appear to be gaining traction is gene therapy. You hear a lot of discussion about it, but I wanted to do a deeper dive to find out more and how it affects our industry and what it could potentially mean for stop-loss. So here are the basics. Gene therapy is an experimental technique that uses human genes to minimize and prevent disease. It allows doctors to treat a certain disorder by inserting a gene into a patch of cells as opposed to drugs or surgery. Certain approaches include replacing a malfunctioning gene with a healthy copy, taking out a bad gene that's not working well, or inserting a new gene to help fight disease. Its treatments are being used for conditions such as hemophilia, retinal disease, hepatitis C, and certain cancers. Most of these treatments are in clinical trials with 80 or so therapies approved by the FDA. According to a Grandview Research article, the current R&D market for gene therapies is exploding. The current U.S. market was at $2.3 billion in 2020, with projections at $3.4 billion by the end of 2021. The projected global market is $15 billion by 2025 and $22 billion by 2031. So this all sounds great, right? What does it mean for our industry, and in particular the stop-loss industry? Most of these treatments are considered experimental and investigational, which presents its own set of challenges for plans and the stop-loss policies that protect them. But that's not even the biggest challenge that self-funded employers are confronted with. Have you checked out how much these treatments cost? For example, one dose of Zolgensma, which is used for spinal muscular dystrophy, can cost up to $2 million. Luxturna, which is used for retinal disease, costs $850,000 a dose. And we haven't even talked about newly discovered drugs for CAR T-cell therapy, which range anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000. According to the American Journal of Managed Care, there could be 50 new therapies by 2030. This could pose disaster for self-funded employers because all it takes is one claim, and you could be looking at bankruptcy for these firms. From the stop-loss side, how do we address this? We all know insurance is a product that is designed to protect us from unknown risk. But when risk is known, there are only three alternatives. Charge more premium, laser, or exclude from coverage altogether. But that will eventually lead to financial challenges for employees and their employers alike. As more of these treatments become more available on the open market, cost and frequency will continue to escalate. Just like reference-based pricing, the inability to address these properly will become a public relations nightmare. Will increase frequencies of gene therapies, treatments make carriers think twice about offering no laser contracts. This could create a sort of reinsurance armageddon where carriers and reinsurers exit the market. These things could happen. The AJMC article also discusses some possible strategies that are pretty interesting, like coordinating with drug manufacturers to get a better handle on circumstances where patients are appropriate candidates for certain therapies, or creating risk-sharing arrangements between the manufacturers and stop-loss to create partnerships. Going the captive route, though I wonder if a captive would take on a known claimant undergoing treatment, and what seems to be an emerging option, creating a carve-out option of sorts, like organ transplant coverage. One thing's for certain, as these and other challenges continue to evolve in our industry, we at Partners stand ready to assist, advise, and devise innovative solutions for the needs of the stop-loss producer. I'm Vince Lewis. See you next time.